It is with great sorrow that we have to share this moment together today. I never could have imagined that such a tragedy would happen to such a wonderful person. Yet sadly, here we are. I decided to speak to all of you about the impact that Brett has had on my life. I moved to California in 2007. My parents got divorced. My mom wanted to move closer to her parents. I landed in Clovis, California. I met Brett in 2008. I was 13. He was the BMX track director at Woodward Park. I raced for a few years and met many friends, fellow BMX kids, families. I remember talking to Brett often. One day after a race, we would go to this pizza place that had giant pizzas, like 36-inch pizzas, massive pizzas. I remember him asking me if I liked cars. I replied, I love cars. He said, well, if you're interested, I can teach you how to work on them, and I'll put some money in your pocket for helping. To me as a youngster, I'm like, this is going to be freaking awesome. So I started working on cars with Brett, and I fixed so many cars with him over the years. I didn't know at the time, losing my place here. I didn't know at the time, but Brett was absolutely the best mechanic in the world. Even GM engineers called him for advice. So when I got old enough to start working, naturally I started looking into a career as an auto mechanic. Brett put the word out and got me hired instantly. His word is highly regarded as gospel. His old boss, John Brownrigg, put me on the team at Good Guys, where he had worked 15 years prior. When I was 19 years old, I ended up getting let go from that shop. I didn't know enough at the time. It was a high-volume shop and I wasn't ready. I continued hanging out with Brett and learning as much as I could. Brett and I really became great friends when he helped me swap my Honda Accord from an automatic transmission to a manual. It was a serious project, and so challenging, I would never recommend anybody take that kind of project. Without Brett's help and wisdom, it would have not been possible. During the process of the transmission conversion, I was able to learn so much. Hanging out with Brett over the years has had such an impact on my life. Brett has guided me in the right direction towards success. Now I'm the lead technician at his old shop. At his old shop, trying my best every day to be like Brett. He has been and will continue to be my biggest role model. Brett and I, while working at different shops, we have worked closely with each other, consistently calling each other, asking for tips and tricks, particularly cars and/or techniques on how to repair them. Usually, I would ask him for help, but every once in a while, he would call me for advice. I felt honored that he would ask me for my opinion on car repair, considering he's literally the best technician on the planet. Over the years, Brett has helped me become a leading mechanic, gave me the knowledge to become successful in our industry. I remember when I told him that me and my girlfriend at the time, now fiance, had an announcement. We went to Outback Steakhouse for dinner, and we broke the news. We were pregnant and expecting a baby boy. We told Brett before either of our parents. Brett was the first person to know. Brett has been such an important part of my life. His generosity, unwavering. It's amazing how he could do so much for so many people, including myself. Brett has been an absolute gem of the Central Valley. I missed the part there. Impacting hundreds, if not thousands of people. And I have been so privileged to call you my best friend. I will continue to strive every day to be more like you, so genuine, so giving, so compassionate, and so wise. Thank you so much for teaching me how to be successful, giving me the skills to provide for a family, and to go into work every day, give it 210%. Thank you so much. I'm forever indebted to you. With your teaching, I've been able to have a family, and none of it would have been possible without you. I'll miss you forever, brother. I can't wait to talk to you again. I hope I've made you proud. I won't know till we meet again, but I cherish the time that we have spent together and how profound of an effect you have had on me. From a young